Welcome to the Garage, friends. So today is going to be a session of ATV talk, and it's going to be a very entertaining one. So I have 7 personality types of ATVers, side-by-siders. Which one are you? Okay, this is a generalization of kind of the groups of different ATV owners and side-by-side owners. Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, don't get butthurt because I'm on this list too. Okay, I have 7 here, but there's probably more. So feel free to, once you hear out this list, to add to the comments and see if I missed any. Okay, so this is all in fun. Don't get butthurt. If you get butthurt, you're that kind of ATVer. Okay, just know that. Okay, so I'm gonna start in no particular order, but I'm gonna start with number 1, which is gonna be the FUDs. Okay. The FUDs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are the guys, the hunters that only use ATV or UTVs for hunting trips and purposes only. A machine is for work or hunting only. Okay, there is a big set of people or a crowd that the ATV and UTV is like their hunting machine, and that's it. Okay, it's all decked out with camo and the gun boot and all this clamps and all this shit. Okay. And they are obsessed with hunting, and the machine, the ATV or UTV, is tailored highly just to that task. And that's it. They don't use it for anything else, okay? That there is the FUD/hunter, okay? Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is the retired grandparents, okay? This is, don't get butthurt, okay? I know people are going to get all bent out of shape hearing this. The retired grandparents. I have a script here because I wrote this up because there was a lot of information here. So let's carry on. But anyways, the retired grandparents has a brand new base model ATV or UTV because they finally have all that retirement and pension money coming in, but no youth left, okay, to really fully enjoy it. So they really only putt around the property with the grandkids and sometimes venture out on real trail systems, okay? This is a really big crowd as well. They got money, they're retired, they finally have some money coming in, and they want to enjoy time with their family, so they buy a cool new machine and they have fun with it, right? So that very big crowd out there is the retired grandparent. Okay, moving on along to number 3. This is the one I think I'm in, okay? I would like to say. It's the middle-aged to younger individuals or couples. So me and my wife like to ride together and with other people. So we're the middle-aged couple, I guess you could say. Okay. So these people are more fun to be around and do cooler and more challenging things with their ATV and UTVs. The best crowd to be around. I have to agree with that. The younger crowds are typically more fun, more intrigued, and more motivated to do more fun things than to just go 15 miles an hour for 10 miles straight, okay? So the more technical stuff, the challenging hill stuff, mountainous stuff, rocky stuff, boulders here and there, that's usually the younger crowd is really into that. Middle-aged crowd with some, that have some pizzazz in them. But anyways, that's number 3. That was the middle-aged to younger crowd. Couples and individuals. The best ones to be around, okay? All right, number 4. This is going to be an extremely funny one, and this is it's the cheapskate crowd. Okay, the cheapskate crowd. This crowd enjoys occasional riding, but refuses to pay any money for a new ATV or UTV, or for bells and whistles on their beater ATV or UTV. These folks usually have ATVs that are 15 plus years old and in fair to very poor condition, that need a bunch of work before going out on a ride with friends. There's nothing more disappointing or being a stick in the mud than your buddies are all ready to go with their machines and key start, everything's good to go, kick start, the machines work. The cheapskates, they gotta fix all sorts of shit first, repairs this, repair that, because the machine usually is in poor condition and left outside or something. But I'm gonna get into more with this crowd. So another bullet point on the cheapskate is usually drive on bald tires, have headlights that don't work, the machine knocks and smokes, and sits outside most of its life collecting acorns and mice, okay? This is This is reality. There's a bunch of people out there that ride like this, okay? They have machines that sit outside. Just look on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, wherever. People selling machines. They're literally all sun-beaten and sun-faded, and they look like they've been outside for like 5 years, okay? And they're trying to sell it for $4,000. They're out of their mind. But that thing is worth $400 or less. It's just parts, basically, at that point. But anyways, let's see what the next bullet point is. We have here, they usually have a bunch of tire plugs in their tires and homemade jerry-rigged junk hanging off their machine instead of buying the proper accessories for it. Also, you know, that's the cheapskate mentality, right? Always jerry-rigging and having half-ass shit all over their machine. This is commonplace for them, okay? And the next one is, let's see, this crowd is a pain in the ass to ride with because you'll be constantly witching them out because they have less than capable machines and are too cheap to buy 4x4s or buy a winch of their own, snorkel kit, or more aggressive tires or even new tires to begin with, okay? So, like I said, they are cheapskates all around, okay? They don't want to spend any money on their machine because it's a dirt machine and it gets all beat up and covered in dirt. That's one mentality. That's the cheapskate mentality, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Another very funny one, number 5. And that's going to be the Richie Rich yuppie upper middle class family man, okay? I've seen this type of person out in the trails. You know, you can spot them from a mile away, okay? Because they got all the expensive shit, fully decked out, high lift jack on the side by side, all this stuff, stereo, lighted whips on the machine. The thing looks like a UFO coming down the goddamn, down the trail because it's all lit up and it's got, it's lifted, it's got all lit up, got all this shit hanging off the back, like a Milwaukee fucking pack out in the back, all sorts of stuff hanging off the machine. They're well prepared, I guess you could say. But anyways, the Richie Rich upper middle class family man, this crowd usually is going through a midlife crisis, drags the wife and kids along trying to relive their youth that they never had, thinking they know it all now because they have money to buy all the cool stuff now, okay? They can buy all the cool stuff, they know it all, okay? They got all the cool stuff, and they're better than you, basically. So, always has the newest model ATV or UTV with all the bells and whistles, Polaris Ride Command. Only keeps the machine for 1 to 2 years and has full insurance on it in case he scratches a rim or roll bar. Then totals it so the insurance can pay him out for a brand new one, okay? This happens. These people with these insurance plans on their ATVs, they'll wreck them on purpose just so they can get a brand new ATV, okay? I had one time, I was selling a set of Sportsman rims, and he wanted to buy my rims flat out because he totaled his, okay, the insurance was paying for it. Now he wanted to take the nicer tires and wheels off of his, put the stock wheels that I was selling him for cheap money, take his wheels off, and have the insurance total it with the wheels he got from me that are cheaper, okay? So and get paid out for paid out for the real expensive wheel and tire package that he had on there. You get what I'm saying? So this guy, he was definitely part of that, okay? So the Richie Rich upper middle class family man drags the wife and kids out, things all fully decked out. All right, so number 6. This is going to be the ghost crowd. This crowd has been beaten down by the responsibilities and pitfalls of adult life and no longer can enjoy ATV or UTVing with friends. So this is a sad state of affairs. They can't afford riding anymore because of financial difficulty. They give excuses like, I'm too busy, or have given up on riding altogether because they are broke. You know, it happens, okay? So, different times and parts of your life, you might be strapped for cash, okay? And this is the ghost crowd, okay? These folks are also tied very closely to the cheapskate crowd and may come back later into the fold as the retired grandparent to relive their youth, okay? They come back when they're retired with all the money, like I said, from pension and retirement 401k, and they got the money to buy the ATV and UTV and enjoy it with the family, okay? They're all full circle here, okay? And the very last one, okay, at least for my list, is going to be the Karens. we all love the Karens, okay? You know exactly. You can spot a Karen from a mile away, okay? This crowd usually is new to ATV or UTV. Not always. They can be experienced and old timers, and love to recite state and federal law, okay, whenever they can, and like scolding other younger crowds for having any kind of actual fun with their machine. So you have fun, they start scolding you because they can't do it and they're jealous or whatever the case is. They don't want you going 30 miles an hour. They want you to go 15 miles an hour or whatever, okay? Machines is built to go fast. We're going to go fast, okay? They're built to go 50 miles an hour. We're going to go 50 miles an hour, 55, 60, 65, okay? These Karens will get extremely bent out of shape, you enjoying your machine to its full capability, okay? So beware. Whether it be driving through water or mud holes or how fast they are driving through trails, usually found very active on Facebook, scolding others. The Facebook groups are fucking cancer, okay? There is so many people bent out of shape, you having fun and doing things with your machine. It's so crazy. But anyways, like the Karens are everywhere. They're highly active on Facebook, and they usually don't want you doing anything with your machine because it's gonna affect their kids. You know, you're gonna be harmful to my grandchildren or kids on the trail. Blah 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 blah. If you know, no matter what it is. Okay? Anyways, these folks also spill over into the retired grandparent crowd because they tend to be older folks and don't want to have you have too much fun because they can't. Okay, so I kind of already covered this point. They're basically crabs in a bucket. You know, if they can't have fun, you're not having fun. Okay, simple as that. And that's the Karen crowd. They usually are ignorant as hell. Okay, they really don't know or are experienced riders, because experienced riders, they can do ballsy shit, okay? They can do hairy, ballsy things that, to a Karen, they're going to lose their goddamn mind if they see you doing that, okay, on the trail. But I'm not saying being unsafe, okay? So if you're sticking on a trail, you have a two-way trail, yes, you don't want to be riding in the middle of the trail or on the other lane of the trail. You want to stay in your lane, things like that. But yeah, let's go, pick up the speed, okay? Don't be worried about going fast. But the Karens are everywhere, okay? Live on Facebook. Also, it's groups on ATV groups online, and you will see them in person usually. But they tend to be armchair commandos, and they love the Facebook ATV groups and UTV groups, okay? So that there, guys, is my 7 that I could come up with that I think generalize a lot of different people and crowds. Don't be butthurt, like I said, but understand if you got offended by any of these, that means you're one of them, okay? You are that, okay? So place down below what you think about my 7 list, and if you have any other ones that maybe I missed or maybe I need to elaborate on. All right, so let me know what you think. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, and check out my Polaris playlist, and stay tuned for more Polaris ATV content.